And then the bars. How you doing, Jim?
No bad. JD.
What are you up to with JD?
Just a wee walk down memory lane. This is where I started off in the bars here. That's still there. It's this one here, Street Printing. It was an old Jew boy, and he used to do pocket watches, and I got a job with him in 1959. And this is where I learnt my craft with jewellery, watches and pocket watches and that, you know. And he was quite an educated guy, this guy, and I used to watch him stripping watches down, and I could repair the watches myself, you know. But if you swing the camera around where Tommy is down there now, see the first stall? Right, the very end stall there. That used to be Jimmy the Cobbler. That was Jimmy the Cobbler, and I used to get a shilling a day off of him. I used to push his bar up at Raglan Street, up at the round toll at Gascoigne Road, and I used to push it, but I was only maybe about 10 or 11 at the time. But what I used to think later on, after about a week or so, a couple of weekends, I went, I wonder why he doesn't take that bar down, the bar, so he brings it, it's all fucking downhill, and he gets me doing all the hard labour to him. But a shilling was a shilling in the days, you know. But as I say, this is where I was brought up. Well, you were brought up here now. You ended up coming for the schemes into my old house and that, you know. But the bars now, it's trying to regenerate, but it'll never be the way it used to be with all the old characters and the old spielers, all the guys that used to do all the stuff with all the towel sellers and all that. You'd maybe get a guy selling the towels saying, is that your missus there? Is that your man there? You don't wash his face up a week? They're a free towel for him. And that would start it. It starts fucking spilling all the towels out, you know.
Do you remember the guy that used to sell chestnuts, Jim? Aye,
well see, there's an old barra's photo. I'm heating my hands at the chestnut stall. I'm only about 8 at the time, and my Uncle Wally's son beside me. And there was another old guy, he used to sharpen knives over the Calton. Well, it was chibs, it was all the chibs that he used to sharpen. That's what I used to say, you know. It was a little Frankie Vaughan, if you know what I mean, you know. And there was another old guy, he was an Indian, and he had a turban, and his face was always shiny. He used to sell the snake oil, and his hands were always dead shiny. And you remember him there? A woman remembers him.
How he's doing?
Remember her? She'd be too a snippy. The sobered you up after a weekend's drinking, by the I don't ever know what happened to him, but he just went off the planet, you know.
Tiger Balm, I think it was.
So what age you must be in your maybe late 60s or something? 70s?
80.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Hey,
Well, I'm 70.
You're looking well for 80, man.
I'm 76, so that's how I remember. I'm talking about, he was asking me about the chestnut man. Can you remember the chestnut man? There's a famous Glasgow picture by a guy called Mazzarelli, I think his name was. And I'm sawing at the thing, the heat in my hands, it was a bit bare of winter. And I was sawing at the chestnut man. And I was looking through a Glasgow book one, and I went, fuck, I couldn't believe it. That's me sawing there, you know. But we're talking about the bars. I started there. There used to be an old Jew boy there. He done watches, pocket watches, and that's where I learnt my craft. And I used to work with the cobbler, Jimmy the Cobbler, down at the end stall there. You remember him?
No, I don't.
No, I used to get a shilling a day. That's what I'm telling John here. We're pushing his bar up to Raglan Street. But I used to go like that. How the fuck did he not take it back down? It's all downhill. Hope Street's all downhill. He had me doing all the hard labour, you know. Cheers again.
Okay, have a nice day.
Passing and all, you know. See you again, mate. Hey, it looks fucking good for 80, doesn't it?
Aye, good night, you old guy, man. Good.
As I say, John, there's a lot of fucking things happening in my life, you know, but there's some of the things that you can't discuss and talk about, you know.
Well, talk about what you can talk about.
The bars used to be great. I mean, it's all changing. It's the people are not the same and all, you know. It's fucking. In fact, the whole world's taking a tipple nowadays, you know. We can't slip footing in a sad and all that, killing their own people. But all they are is trying to do what Sturgeon's and doing. She wants independence. This country would never survive under independence, you know what I mean? And her and Tommy Sheridan, who jumped on the big bandwagon, doing it fast lane. That's how they go in the gravy through in politics. But I remember her when she used to hang about the Express bar, worn out shoes and the easier tights, big hole in her tights and all that. And she was sitting there waiting for political gossip. No, that's how they go into the thing, mate. But don't get me wrong, I was there and all. No, but I used to do. I used to get the paper and get all take the paper before it came to all the shops, and I would buy all the fucking second-hand cars, before the dealers get round to them, if you get me, you know. You know what I mean? There was a lot of wee things that you could do nowadays that people don't realise, you know. And there's a lot of stuff that you find in the bars now that can be, well, a Parliament, he found this, it looked like a glasses case, and it was all engraved with Iranian writing on it. And he never showed me it, but he bought it off a dealer for 70 quid, right? Right, Tommy?
Right, Tommy.
And what happened was, this dealer bought it out of a shop out in Bathgate, an antique shop. And what he done was, he sold it for 100 quid to this guy. And this guy put it into McTeer's auction, and it went for 34,000 quid. And the guy that bought it at McTeer's put it into another auction, and it went for 2.4 million quid. Right, and it was bought for 70 quid, but see, if he showed me it, I would have been able to tell him what it was. It was the thing that held the Quran, the key for writing the Quran, and it was found in the barras, you know. But later on, I heard, I don't know if it's true, but I heard when they took down Saddam Hussein, they broke into the thing, they robbed all the things out of museums, and for somehow or another, it ended up in a shop here in Stirling, you know what I mean? They travelled all the way to there, you know. But basically that's the barras, mate, and that's it.
What do you think of now with fucking Boris Johnson and
A lot, John.
What I want to ask you is about this pervert he voted into the Parliament, this Pincher guy, right?
Aye.
Now, Pincher, what kind of name is that, right? You know he's fucking arse pinching, right?
But they're all the same, John.
So what's your views on him bringing Pincher in? Did they know or did they know?
Oh, you knew. They're all bed boys and eating. I told you I went out to eat in college, right? There's a pub called the Queen's Arms, they all hang about it, right? There was two out there standing outside the brick wall, but I could see in the window, and all the college boys are playing pool, and they're leaning on the table with their long tails and their wee thumbs up.
Chair in the middle, Jimmy.
Right. And what's happening, there was two standing outside the thing there, and I went like this one, what did the teacher in there, mate? And it kind of coughed, closed his eyes, and he went, "Hey, teachers' ways and means of taking money off the lower class people and keeping them down." I felt like cracking a cunt in the jaw. No, but that's what I taught. But do you know who that is now? Dominic Raab, right? And I swear to God, the wee short guy, the wee blonde guy named Boris. But they're the best of pals. See, Raab and Thingy. But I think I told you this before. You know Stanley Johnson, don't you? You know Boris is there. Aye. He wrote a book in 1970 called The Virus. Now you can Google this.
I was told that.
I think I told you that before, you know. But all they're doing is reenacting this virus, John. That's all they're doing. It's just a fucking... It's just a total racket, mate.
Are you throwing your hat into the ring?
What way? Oh, with this protest?
No, with a vacant job for Prime Minister.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fucking hell. I think Sturgeon's looking for that. I think she wants to be the fucking president.
Who do you think?
I've changed the bureau up at the house. See the big boat that they're all robbing the money off it? I've got Hamza Yusuf with a big bag of cash sitting in the boat, and I've got Swinney sitting with a big giant bag of cash. Sturgeon's at the left, she's at the top of the boat. But I'm going to put Murrow tonight if I've got enough energy. He's the man that's steering the ship, by the way. See, Murrow, see when he was giving evidence to Alex Salmon, he was like that, smiling like fuck. They know they're untouchable because they control the whole fucking system, John. The same that control the media and they control the legal system. That's how Alex Salmon got away with these fucking sex charges. That's what you call legal privilege. Sure, when they went into court, the reporters, Mr. Salmon, how do you think they're going? He went, I get great faith in my legal system. See, when they come out, the same reporters, right, mic up at his mouth. How do you want, Mr. Salmon? I get cleared. I told you before I went into the court, I had great faith in our legal system. So it went from my legal system to our legal system. It's their fucking legal system. Because they run it and control it. You know what I mean?